Simply because you do not have a split skull, a black eye, or a missing tooth does not mean that you have not experienced or you are not experiencing domestic violence. In this month of October, there are various awarenesses. We have the breast cancer awareness, we have the ADHD awareness, we have the domestic violence awareness. There are so many other awarenesses. But for the purpose of this video, we'll be discussing domestic violence. So you're welcome. Sit back and don't move a muscle. I'm guessing that a lot of cases must have been reported both locally and internationally for October to be declared as Domestic Violence Month, Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And this was done in order to acknowledge the survivors of domestic violence and be a voice for its victims. Like, domestic violence is a major cause, it has and it still is a heinous crime, and it is the cause of numerous deaths globally. Like, a lot of people are experiencing it. Sometimes it's subtle, sometimes is open, but a lot of people are experiencing it. And let me tell you something, anybody can be abused, be it man, be it woman, be it Christian, be it Muslim, be it a traditional worshipper. It does not care about your socioeconomic status, your gender, your nationality, your race. In short, I think domestic violence is something that cuts across all race. It cuts across the world generally. Whenever the issue of domestic violence comes up, the first thing that comes to mind is the gbas, the kicking, the shoving. But domestic violence is more than that. The pattern of controlling behavior where one person feels like they are superior to you, they collect the power, they grab it, they keep it to themselves, and they subjugate the intimate partner, they subjugate every other person because they feel that person is inferior to them, that person is beneath them, so they subjugate that person, they oppress that person. And this domestic violence is not just from male to female, even women to men, but it's just that the percentages are more for male to female. Domestic violence comes in different forms and shape, like the physical abuse, that's the gbas, the hitting. Please, if you're in any relationship or in any situation that has resulted in hitting, kicking, beating, in short, the person being physically violent with you, the only thing that you can do there is pack your load and go. Pack your load and go. You can go to a safe place while you are either praying, of which I don't even subscribe to praying for an abusive person. You are praying from that, or you are seeking counsel, or you are seeking therapy, but leave that environment before the person will hit you somewhere and you will just die for nothing. There have been various cases of women who have died. There are cases of men who have died too from physical abuse. The only thing I can tell you, if you are experiencing or you are currently experiencing the physical form of domestic violence, is to pack your things and leave. The more you stay there, you are telling that person that, okay, I can take some more, and the person is only going to dish some more. If you are there, you are praying and hoping it will not get better. One day, you will be carried in a body bag. One day, the person is going to hit you so hard that it will leave you deformed for the rest of your life. In case you are saying, oh, I'm staying because of the children, an environment where there is constant fighting is not a good environment for children to grow up in, because when children begin to grow and see this kind of thing, they see it as a norm, and then when they grow up, they are going to replicate exactly what they have seen. And I'm very sure that you do not want your children to experience what you're experiencing. Then we have the emotional abuse. This one is subtle, it leaves no traces. In fact, I can tell you for free that even when you try to explain to people your experience, they will not understand. You begin to hear questions like, does he beat you? You will say no. Does he starve you? You will say no. Does he not provide for you? You say no, he provides. Then what is the problem? They cannot understand. The only person that can understand you is someone that has experienced it. Your parents, they will not understand. Your friends may not understand. In short, when you begin to explain it, they begin to see you like you are delulu. These kind of people, to the outsiders, they are perfect. But to you, they are the devil. Let me give you an example of what emotional abuse is. The first one is intimidation. Like, I'm going to try and explain it as best as I can. but this person creates an atmosphere of fear and unease by their comments, by their gestures, by their body language. They just make that atmosphere uneasy for you. They make that atmosphere very uncomfortable for you. If you are in a relationship and before you can talk to your significant other, you have to do rehearsal of what you want to say, because you do not know how what you're going to say is going to come out. You do not know how it's going to be perceived. You will stand in the mirror on end, rehearsing what you want to say, arranging your tone, arranging your body language, arranging your gestures on how you are going to say this or how you're going to say that. And then at a point you even say, you know what, I'm not going to say it anymore, because the person has told you pop and plain that you are free to say whatever you want to say, but whatever you say, there will be consequences, and the person has showed you those consequences. You are in an abusive relationship. For no reason should your partner make the atmosphere, make the vicinity uneasy for you to be able to express yourself. For no reason should your partner make you uncomfortable. If you are experiencing a situation whereby you have to do rehearsal before you talk to your partner, you have to watch your tone, you have to do this, you have to do that, my dear, it's not normal, and you are being abused emotionally. In my opinion, emotional abuse is the worst kind of abuse, because it affects your core and it leaves you mentally unstable. You begin to question yourself. It leaves you confused. You lose your sense of self, you lose your sense of self-worth, you lose your self-esteem, you become like a walking shell. That is what emotional abuse, and extreme cases of emotional abuse can lead to suicide. Another sign that you are in an emotionally abusive situation or relationship is that possessiveness and that jealousy that you think is cute. My dear, is not cute. You are in danger. When that person begins to interfere in the interactions you have, he begins to tell you who to talk to and who not to talk to, where to go and where not to go to, what to wear and what not to wear. And sometimes they might genuinely want to know where you're going to just for safety. But in an abusive relationship where there is insecurity and possessiveness, it's not cute. It's not because he so cares about you and wants you to be safe. It's because he just wants to monitor you and keep you in check and keep you in control. It's not cute. As an adult, you should be able to do what you want to do, talk to who you want to talk to, when you want to talk to, and how you want to talk to them. You don't need to have somebody lording over you and controlling how you speak or who you speak. As an adult, you should be able to make the best decisions for yourself. And even if you're going to talk to someone, you are not seeking their permission, you're just telling them sometimes, not because you are seeking their opinion, you already know what is best for you. But in an abusive relationship, the person over possessiveness, the person's jealousy, and the person's insecurity is going to override every other thing. So it's not cute, baby girl. It's toxic. And you are in an abusive relationship. Another sign that you're in an emotionally abusive relationship is when your partner goes silent on you. Outside, your partner is all hee hee ha ha with every other person, but when they come inside, ghost mode. They will not engage with you in small talk. They will not even ask you how are you. It's like you are not even there. That is done intentionally to leave you unstable, leave you mentally disoriented, because you begin to ask yourself, you will ask yourself, you answer, what did I do? You begin to question yourself. It's just to leave you emotionally imbalanced. It's not like you're not intelligent enough. It's not like you cannot hold a good conversation, but the person just feels like there's nothing that can come out of you that will be beneficial to him. What is it that you want to tell me, or what is it that you want to talk about that I don't already know? So they belittle you, they keep you there. If you're experiencing this, you're in an abusive relationship. Emotional trauma is very difficult to come by. One way you can overcome emotional trauma is to cut contact with that person or those people that are causing you that hurt. Because whenever you come in contact with them, those wounds reopen and you bleed some more. So in order to recover from emotional trauma, you need to cut ties with that person, with those people who have caused you that pain. You also need to reaffirm and re-establish your belief system, because over time these people have kind of, will I say, brainwashed you to begin to think less of yourself. So you need to re-establish yourself to who you were before you met them. You have to change your belief system, because over time this person has told you you're not good enough, you are useless, you are stupid, you are worthless. You have to begin to reestablish, you have to begin to change your belief system, because I'm telling you for free that if you have been hearing this over and over again, you begin to believe it. So after you cut ties with that person, you need to now reestablish and change your belief system and stand for yourself. Another way to overcome emotional trauma, you need to forgive yourself. You need to also forgive them. You need to forgive yourself because sometimes you did not know. You did not know. And you need to forgive them so that you can move past it and put it behind you and forge ahead. And forge ahead to the future that you hope for, to the person that you hope to become. That is why you need to forgive them. Not because they need it, but because you need it for where you are going to. You also need to set a vision of who you want to be and focus on that thing. Don't let anything distract you, because whenever they come, it's to distract you. They may have seen that you're making progress. They want to come back and distract you so that you go back to where you were. You need to focus on where you're going to and don't let anything distract you. Another form of domestic violence is financial abuse. And this includes withholding money, controlling family finances, excluding you from financial decisions. Because baby girl, you did not make any money. Did you bring any money into the family? You exclude you from financial decisions. You are just there, oh yes master, whatever they say. They withhold money. They punish you by not giving you money for basic things like you want to make your hair, you want to buy cream. You begin to hear questions like, who used to give you money to make hair? Did you used to make this kind of expensive hair before you met me? Did you used to use this kind of expensive cream before you met me? You begin to hear those kind of questions. They expect you to be living the way you were before you met them, not because they don't have the money, but because they want to punish you. They make you dependent on them and then get annoyed for depending on them. Sometimes financial abuse can come in the form of whatever you want to do, you have to go through them. Like you want to buy your pants. I'm telling you, some men can go that low. Not like she willingly wants to ask the man for money for pants, but because the man has made it impossible for her to earn any money to buy pants. Whatever you want to buy, you have to go through the man, and then the man now gets to decide if that thing at that time is important to you or not. Sometimes, like in Nigeria, we still deal with cash. These men will go to the market themselves just so that 1 naira will not remain. Financial abuse is extreme, especially when you are dealing with a narcissist. And financial abuse comes hand in hand with emotional abuse. Sometimes you don't even want to ask for something, because the way they will even answer you, you will be telling yourself like, if I had known. If I had known, I would have just stayed on my own and managed myself. Most women that experience financial abuse are also experiencing emotional abuse. They will call you lazy, that you're not bringing any money. Okay, you want to go and do something. They will give you a litany of reasons and a litany of things why you cannot go out and make money. If you are a woman, you're about to get married, don't leave your job because you are going to get married. My dear, you will regret it. If you are already working before you met your husband, don't leave your job because of marriage. Hold on to your job. Anybody that says that you will leave your job because of marriage, my dear, is a walking red flag. Eventually you leave your job, have enough money to start up a business, because that man will not give you money for business. If your place of work, you are relocating because of marriage, maybe you are within Nigeria, see how you can work a transfer to your new location. When somebody controls your finances, that person controls you. There is absolutely nothing that you can do about it. Even if they are paying you 1 naira, do you know the joy that comes from money that you earn? If you know the joy that comes from it, my dear, don't lose it. You know that if you are in a financially abusive situation, you cannot even support your family. You cannot even do anything for your siblings. You cannot do anything because you on your own self, you don't even see, talk more of do for another person. So if you are going into marriage, you should have something doing. If you are not working, you should be doing business. Have something. It is very, very important. This is 2024 and we're going to 2025. No matter how small, if it is pure water, sell. Do not leave your finances in the hand of another person, okay? Telling someone you love them and then end up treating them like garbage is a form of mental abuse. Imagine telling someone, I love you, but the subsequent action leaves scars. The subsequent action results in the emotional breakdown of that person. Imagine telling someone that you love them, but you are constantly demeaning, belittling that person. Imagine telling someone that you love them, but your subsequent action erodes their self-esteem, erodes their sense of self-worth. It's mental abuse. It's emotional abuse. This is 2024. Any relationship or situationship should aim at upgrading you, aim at uplifting you, aim at making you a better version of yourself. In short, just aim at making you a 360 better version of yourself. If you find yourself in any situationship or relationship that is not serving you, I think it's not good for you. But who am I? Do you? And for as many that are healing from trauma of whatever form or shape, I pray that you find healing. Until I come your way again next time, peace, love, and light. Bye.